Round 2 for a bill to abolish the death penalty. Good evening, I'm Alex Birsch.
And I'm MaryCatherine Dolan. Capital punishment is under the microscope after Stephen Hayes was given the penalty in the Cheshire home invasion case. Some want to speed up the process, others want to get rid of it altogether. Nicolette Carney has the story.
Coming up tonight, parents are being encouraged to keep better tabs on their kids. Believe it or not, the unemployment numbers are down. With their final mission complete, astronauts from the Space Shuttle Discovery are happy to be home. These stories and more coming up next on QNN. And I'm MaryCatherine Dolan. After years of living on contaminated land, Newhall residents are looking forward to the remediation plans for the area. Luciana Razier has the story.
Thanks, Bobby. Connecticut Governor Dan Malloy hears your cries about his budget plan and wants to appease them. The governor is requesting the maximum local property tax be credit to $300, down from $500. Also in the proposition, anyone who makes $1 million or more will be asked of an extra $1,000 in taxes. The legislators' budget committees vote on the changes next week.
The recent budget cuts in the Cheshire School District have led to some cutback in their programs. The Dodd Middle School is committed to keeping their technology department ahead of the curve and out of the red.
The teachers at the Dodd Middle School are combining traditional education with cutting-edge technology in their classrooms. Using smart boards, podcasts, and blogs, students are learning how to utilize technology in their everyday life.
7th graders, we teach them about the applications of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, not only how to use it, but then how to create a good PowerPoint presentation. And the 8th grade class is revolved around the idea of communication, where the kids are designing podcasts, responding to blogs, other ways that we're using technology to communicate in this day and age.
Teaching kids not just what technology is, but how to effectively employ it in terms of an educational setting. Most of our kids are used to using technology in a social setting, so we're trying to teach them how to apply it for educational gain.
They're using tools that they can use in the classroom and at home.
We do podcasts, we also do vodcasts as well. So the kids have made videos and done some editing and make little skits or interview teachers.
Principal Jeff Solon wants his students to remain competitive with the ever-changing world of technology.
I think that beyond just exposure to technology, we're trying to integrate 21st century skills. So, as long as we can continue that, I know that technology will evolve. It does at an amazing pace. So as long as we keep our kids grounded in those skills, they should continue to evolve with the technology.
The Dodd Middle School has come a long way. From classrooms that used to be sewing rooms, now contain smartboards and computers for all its students to use. The teachers at the Dodd Middle School are committed to bringing 21st century technology to their classrooms and students. In Cheshire, MaryCatherine Dolan, QNN.
We'll do it for sports today. We'll throw it back to Alex and MaryCatherine at the news desk.
Thank you, Tom. Coming up next, a program instituted by Yale New Haven Hospital is giving Connecticut residents a chance to give back. This story coming up next on QNN.
And that wraps it up from the CNN World News Desk. Back to you, MaryCatherine.
U.S. stocks moved sharply higher today with sentiment lifted by strong jobs data and a drop in oil prices. The Dow went up 204 points, closing at 12,271. And from fraud to fun, spring break is coming up and many students are going on cruises. While piracy recently cost 4 American lives, spring breakers should not worry too much. Ann Paulson has the story.
And that'll wrap it up from here. We'll send it back to Jenna and MaryCatherine for a look at stocks and weather.
The U.S. stocks are feeling the aftermath after the rise in crude oil prices and increased prices at the pump. The Dow decreased by 193 points, closing at 12,019. The NASDAQ also took a drop by 42 points and closed at 2,007. Teachers in Springfield, Massachusetts received some unpleasant news at last Thursday's school committee meeting. Over 1,000 public school teachers in the city have been overpaid a combined $1.2 million since the beginning of the school year. The teachers were told they would have to pay the money back in a repayment program. The school's payroll department is responsible for making the error. Superintendent Alan Igram called the mistakes unacceptable. Because of the troubling economic times, parents could be more concerned with the safety of their wallets more than anything else. But as Rebecca Turco reminds us, an East Haven Alert branch is continuing their duty of keeping the kids safe as well. A Middletown Superior Court judge ruled that a dog will accompany an inmate in prison. Kathy Cotta, who is hearing impaired, will begin a 4-month sentence for driving under the influence. The dog alerts Cotta to certain sounds, which is an important protective skill.
The Black Labrador must be up to date on its vaccinations, and CATA will be responsible for paying for its food. A prison spokesman said the facility has never had a dog before. Coming up next on QNN, the release of the new iPad is just around the corner.
And think twice before you accept that friend request. Tips to protect yourself from identity theft. These stories and more coming up next on QNN. Change can be good or bad. In the case of the Hamden Police Department, change is a great thing. As Peter Umbriana tells us, after waiting a few years, the move into the new facility cannot happen soon enough. An art space in New Haven allows aspiring artists to work on walls as well as floors. The unique project encourages experimenting and creativity. The result, one giant collective work. Bobby Tutelo has more.
Greater New Haven senior centers that feed the elderly are feeling the pinch. That's because previous management tried to dine and dash with their nutrition budget. Rebecca Turco has more on the sacrifices senior centers have made due to mismanagement of funds. And Orbitz is sued by American Airlines for raising prices. That story and more after this break. We'll be right back. We hope you had a chance to enjoy the beautiful weather today. If not, don't worry. We have a warm weekend ahead. Taking a look at the Doppler radar, we see clear skies and a beautiful Thursday in Connecticut.
The unemployment rate might still be high, but the students at the H.C. Wilcox Technical High School aren't buying it. As MaryCatherine Dolan reports, students are hopeful that their trade skills will benefit them after graduation.
It's not every day when you get to be a high school student and a real-life chef at this very same time. The students at the Wilcox Technical School do just that as they learn valuable trade skills and share them with the general public.
Well, our kids are coming in here, and I mean, basically we prepare them for a career or college. And so regardless, when our kids leave here, they're getting an academic diploma, but they're also getting a trade technology certificate.
The school's culinary department boasts a wide range of success and passion.
So it is a really highly competitive school. So we've seen the trend over the last 5 years, especially. More and more students are accessing technical schools because they leave here with a career and an education. So
definitely, our students are prepared to go and work at in any restaurant, any facility. If you look at curriculum, it's pretty complex curriculum. It has just about everything that any college will teach.
The students are closing the gap between graduating school and waiting to find a job in this troubled economy.
I feel safe knowing that my skills will guarantee me a job when I graduate, and I won't have to fight for the job. And like so many people don't have one right now. So it feels good to know that I have a most likely guaranteed job when I get out.
Because tuition in colleges are incredible, and this is an option for the students that they come in out of here, they get out, and they can get on the trade right away.
In its fourth year of being open to the public, the Wilcox Technical High School is gaining popularity outside the town lines of Meriden. Receiving over 800 applications this past year, this school is showing that a student's passion can turn into a lifetime career of success. In Meriden, MaryCatherine Dolan, QNN.
That concludes the news for this evening. We appreciate you joining us, and we hope we'll see you next Thursday on another QNN Cast. For Jenna, Tom, Sam, and all of us here at QNN, have a good night and a fun and safe spring break.